And welcome back to Oklahoma Christian School as we get ready for Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight. It's the boys matchup between the Saints of OCS and the Broncos of Bethany. Steve Marshall back with you alongside Mark Jeffries and Bobby Rose, and we're happy to be bringing you all this action as we were just talking with some of the coaches and administrators during our break here. Of course, this is really the final week of the regular season. I guess there's some large schools that'll sneak in a game on Monday or Tuesday before they begin postseason play.
Yeah.
But for the most part, everybody begins next weekend, and it'll be very interesting to see where these teams end up. We know where they're going to be playing for postseason play, but again, you're familiar with one of these teams and having seen them and played them in person.
Yes.
And then OCS on the other side of the spectrum.
All right, for the visiting Bethany Broncos, ranked number 18, currently 14-6. They've lost 3 out of the last 5, including a double OT thriller against Blanchard at Blanchard. And then they're coming off a win, 74-53 over Chickasha. Yes, the districts are out, Steve. They are in Area 1. Their area is brutal. They got number 11, Elgin, number 1, Kingfisher, who hasn't lost since I think I was coming out of the womb. All right, John Marshall, number 13, Manford, number 6, and an unranked Tulsa McLean team that plays probably the toughest 4A schedule in the state.
Yeah, you'd have to think so with all the schools up there and how tough the Tulsa Public School District teams are as we get ready for this contest here, and should be another interesting one. The girls game, 54-44 was the final as the OCS girls rallied from a 16-point deficit to end up winning by 10. They've already introduced the Broncos for Bethany, and now they'll introduce the Saints for OCS. Bethany, their starting lineup is going to be Brennan Burns at the point guard spot, a sophomore. Cameron Burns, obviously, a sophomore. Brother, David Miller, Jordan Flinton, and Sam Brandt. He's the quarterback on the football team. I recognize that name. And for OCS, they'll start with David Streller, Jackson Rothwell, Jake Jennings, Christian G., and Alex Rubik, the starting 5 for Coach Brandon Weaver.
All right, OCS ranked number 15 in Class 3A. They're 10-8 on the season. They've won 3 out of their last 6. They played last night. They had a victory over Cassidy, 64-51. They have been plagued by injuries and the flu bug, Steve. Tonight, finally, Coach Weaver told me, hey, I think we got everybody back tonight. So hopefully a full lineup. We do know number 25, Bobby Chapman, he is going to be out, a shoulder injury, but keep your eye on number 10, Jackson Rothwell. He is a player. Watch the kid go all the way through middle school, battled him for 3 years, and he is really the guy that has this Saints team going. He's had some ankle injuries, but should be close to 100% tonight.
All right, we're underway as OCS controls the tip. As we settle in for 4 more quarters of high school basketball here on Game Time. Your View, Oklahoma, brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers.
It's interesting. They have Brandt matched up on Rothwell.
Shot from the top right side, nothing but the bottom of the net.
He is a player.
Jackson Rothwell.
He can knock it down from the outside and inside the paint.
Bethany with their first possession.
They run a UMass-style offense. Love the dribble handoff, trying to get to the nail, just like that.
Charging call, good job defensively by number 35, Alex Rubik. He drew the charge, and the Saints will get the basketball.
That's a good attempt by Brennan Burns, the sophomore. He makes this engine go for the Broncos, but got to be a little smarter now. Let's see what the Saints do.
Go right inside, then dump it, kick it to the corner. Move the ball around the perimeter, now drive baseline. Shot up, too strong, no good. And the rebound gathered in by Brennan Burns, and then a whistle and a foul in the backcourt against OCS.
Interesting, they made a switch there. I don't know if it was a switch on some of the movement, but they moved David Miller to guard Jackson Rothwell that time down the floor. Let's see what the Broncos can do. It's all about trying to get to the rack, Steve.
Burns across the timeline for Bethany. On the wing, David Miller, number 3. Here's a shot from the opposite wing. Shot's no good. Offensive rebound, pinned down in the corner, drive to the basket, goes up, fouled in the play. And going to the free throw line will be Cameron Burns to shoot 2.
Not really the shot that they were looking for, but they'll take it on the second chance. And we're going to see that all night long. We're going to see if the Saints can do a really good job at plugging the nail and stopping that penetration by Burns and Burns.
So Cameron Burns at the free throw line makes the first of his 2 free throw attempts on the way. Second one left it short.
We actually coined a term for this team, Steve. Second-degree burns.
You got 2 of them, and yes, they will burn you. Shot from the outside, another 3 on the way, and it's good. 2 for 2 for Jackson Rothwell.
Hey, that was 26 feet, nothing but net. Somebody better get on him.
He's accounted for all the OCS points. Bethany with the basketball. Baseline, pull-up jumper. That's short, no good. Offensive putback is good. Nice follow there by number 4, Jordan Flinton.
Good job on the second chance now, but hey, you gotta D up on the perimeter now if you're the Broncos.
Another corner 3 on the way. It's good.
That's the MO of this team. They can knock it down from beyond the arc. Gotta D up on it.
David Streller making that one. Bethany tries to answer back. That's too strong. Saved back inbounds. No, it'll be out of bounds and belong to the Saints.
And that is not the Broncos game. A quick tray with no look on trying to penetrate and get to the rim. A 6-point lead right now for the Saints.
All their points coming on 3s. Rothwell trying to back his way down, throws the pass out top, gets away, shot for 3. This one in and out, no good. Follow up on the rebound. That won't go, and neither will the second opportunity. In close. Had chances, did Jake Jennings. OCS still with the basketball. Inside, nice little hook shot up and good for 2.
You can kind of see what the deficiency is in this Broncos team. They're not a good rebounding team. Size hurts them.
Now look at the starting lineup. They have one guy at 6'1". He's the only guy over 6 foot. Well, Miller and Burns both over 6 foot, but unusual for a high school basketball team. There's a shot put up and good. Brennan Burns staying with it. Getting the bucket, good, make it 11-5. Deep in the corner, this is Rothwell. Out top to Jake Jennings.
Let's see if Rubik goes to work inside maybe. Got a huge mismatch.
Baseline, good anticipation. Steal there by David Miller.
This is their game right here, Steve.
Nice job. Basket up and good for 2 by Brennan Burns, and a timeout called. 11-7. Bethany trailing OCS here in the early going.
30-second timeout by Coach Weaver. I'm sure he's reminding them, hey, you guys got to get back in transition D. They want to get out. They want to run. They want to do as much stuff that they can on the break. And if it's not there, boom, they set up that dribble drive penetration offense.
4:04 left to go in our first quarter of play. OCS girls won our opener here tonight, 54-44. Boys trying to get the sweep here over 4A Bethany.
OCS, they will open district play in Perry. And their area, it's pretty tough too. I mean, you've got Chisholm, who's not currently ranked, but they did beat Class 2A #1 Frontier 62-61. So very, very tough, along with Hennessy, Millwood, and Park Hill Keys.
Saints with the basketball, leading it by 4. Halfway through this first quarter of play. And a steal. Bethany back the other way. Miller drives, lays it up and good for 2.
A lot of people think that's a goaltend. If you make an attempt to block the shot and make contact with the backboard, it is not goaltending.
I was about to say they were going to call it too, so I'm glad you clarified that for me. On the wing, started to shoot it, then decided better.
Burns.
Shot no good, rebound underneath. Saints have it. and a 2-point lead. Move the ball around the perimeter. Entry pass to the post. Went off the defender's head, kept alive for OCS. Here's a shot for three off the line, no good. Rebound pulled in by number 15, that's Sam Brandt. Back the other way, shot up and good. 2 more for Cameron Burns.
Nice job there. Hey, even though it wasn't a break, it was kind of a semi-break, and you got to stop the penetration against this Bronco team.
All tied, 11 apiece. First quarter of play here from Oklahoma Christian School. Dump it inside, good strong post move, left hand, up and good. Nice basket there for Rubik.
Yeah, Miller tried to double down and just couldn't make it happen.
Ball goes out of bounds.
Steve, this Bronco team so different from last year. Last year they went 6'7", 6'6", 6'5" in the front line, led by Mr. O'Neal, who is currently at Southwestern University, and they were huge. Now you don't have a player out there over 6'1", 6'2". They're fast, they're quick, they can get to the rim, and they want to run.
They've had some pretty big teams in the past. I remember when Claiborne was there, Riley Claiborne.
Yeah.
They were pretty good then, as well as sporting a good football team.
They're going to go weak side America almost.
3-pointer on the way is off the mark, no good. Rebound pulled in there by J.T. Bray, who has checked into the lineup. Number 23 is John Donovan, also new entry into the lineup, as well as number 14 here, Ethan Hodson. Out of bounds, it'll be Bethany basketball. Close game all the way. Biggest lead was 11-5 or 11-3 for OCS. So Bethany's had the best of it here for the last couple of minutes or so. Open on the baseline. Backing it out is Brennan Burns. David Miller beats Cameron Burns. Here's
contact, but
Brennan.
No call
Nice.
on there.
Nice block out of bounds. It'll still be Bethany basketball.
They do a really good job at running that UMass offense. They get into the decision area. They're either looking to score or kick to the open guy in the corner.
Shot for three from the outside. In and out, won't go. Rubik's there to clear the miss for the Saints. Less than a minute to play here in this first quarter. And again, Rubik inside, 2 more. He has 6, and we're tied again.
They're really trying to collapse on him, but no good on that one. Nice move there. That was Caleb Ward.
So Ward for 2. 2-point advantage for Bethany. Drive, shot up, missed it. Tipped and controlled by Bethany.
Here they come.
Laying it up. Big block. Student section liked it. Here's the shot. No good. OCS comes away with the rebound. 10 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. They lead it by 2.
Better get on Rothwell. He'll jack it from 30.
On the way. Shot up. No good. 3 seconds. Can they get it off from past midcourt on the way over the backboard? And that'll be the end of the first quarter of play. Good first quarter for both teams, 15-13. OCS on top of Bethany. We'll take a timeout. Second quarter action on the way on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Want to see a trick?
You make it for those who need an extra hand
Moxie.
and a little heads up.
You okay, bud?
That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Now current Ford owners can get a new Escape with 0% financing plus up to $2,000 cash back only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazzio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazzio's.
Back live at Oklahoma Christian School. Got a good one going once again here. 2-point advantage for the Saints after the first quarter of play as they lead Bethany by 2.
That first quarter, Steve, a really good indication of how both of these teams play. Bethany with the dribble drive offense, and OCS knocking down the trays and going to work inside the paint.
Bethany with the basketball. Penetrate, pull up 13-footer in the lane is up and good.
That was Miller.
Miller with his first basket of the evening. And we're tied at 15 apiece. Second tie of the ball game.
Oh, I thought that was a double dribble. Maybe they said he got it knocked out.
Yeah. Foul called underneath against Bethany.
Watch for the lob. Couldn't get it there.
OCS throws it out top. 5 is JT Bray, 15 here. Christian G with the basketball. Whip it cross court, 3 on the way, count it. JT Bray for 3.
They shoot the ball well. 3-point lead for the Saints as we approach 7 minutes.
Here's a shot, Bethany to tie it up, and they do. Nice basket there by number 15, Sam Brandt.
The QB getting it done on the hardwood.
So often you see at these 4A schools and below, you'll see the quarterback who's probably also a safety and then also a basketball player. Brandt is the perfect example of that.
Rubik really battling on the inside there. Can't get the ball to him.
Won't go down. Bethany with a chance to take the lead. Stop and start, go, looks to the wing. Can't get the shot to fall. Rubik snares the miss, and OCS is back the other way.
Bethany, good job in transition.
Shot for 3 is up and good. Christian G.
All right, I'm just guessing. They've got to be around 60% maybe beyond the arc tonight so far.
That's their 5th three-pointer. There's a basket there by Miller.
Really good job, that little 12-foot pull-up on the penetration. You don't see kids do that too often anymore,
nope.
Steve.
Rubik inside, can't get the shot to fall. Offensive rebound, teammate kicks it out. That shot's blocked. OCS retains possession. Another attempt won't go, and Miller clears the miss for the Broncos. Shoots the shot. Missed it off to the left, and OCS heads back the other way. Tough shot there. Rubik with the rebound. His shot is blocked.
Wow, things getting sloppy.
Head fake. Kicks it to the corner.
Burns.
Shot there. Up, no good. And it'll be OCS basketball with 5:12 left to play. 4 substitutes in for OCS. Number 4 checking in is Streller. Rothwell is back in. Number 32 is Braden Rowlett. He is checked in. And that they join Jake Jennings in the lineup for OCS. They lead it by 1.
All right, let's see what happens with no big in there. They're going to keep firing from beyond the arc. Well, they're going to post up Rothwell. Got a mismatch.
Shot from the corner. Another 3 up and good.
All right, let's bump it up to 70, Steve. They might be at 70% beyond the arc.
Knocking him down as G hits his second. 4-point advantage now for the Saints.
I told you they could shoot the rock.
Quick double team. Got rid of it.
So quick.
Gets in, missed the shot, but teammate is there to follow it. Shot up and good there by Karsten Carey.
Burns has to finish that. You see that first step, though, how he really got past the initial pressure there. It's got to finish around the rim.
Finishing around the rim. Yes, he does. Shot up and good there. Rothwell, 2 more.
He can do it all.
He has 8. Good balanced scoring here for Bethany. Hard drive to the basket. Puts it up. A little too strong. No good. Cleared by the Saints. They lead by 4. They can extend that lead. Got himself right underneath the basket. Good look from 3. That one's no good. And the Broncos come away with the miss.
Good transition D there.
Broncos able to slow it down and get things under control, leading by 4.
Oh, nice. They do a great job moving without the ball. Flinton with the backdoor cut on there for 2.
26-24. Yeah, he found a man wide open, but OCS answers with a 3. And G hits his 3rd of the quarter.
What do they say? Sometimes the rim looks like a hula hoop.
Man, knocking it down. Stoppage in play, 2:53 left to go here in the first half. OCS on top of Bethany. They lead it by a score of 29-24.
That's a 30-second timeout. So once again, we mentioned that Bethany will open up against Weatherford at Weatherford in district play. OCS will be hosting Perry right here a week from Friday, I believe is when it is.
OCS has made 7 threes so far here in this first half of play. Conversely, I don't think the Bethany's Brant hit the 1. I think that's all they have. And we're back to the action. 2:50 left to play here in this first half. Saints lead it by 5.
Pretty entertaining game so far.
OCS change up their defense. Bethany looking like they've got to make some changes. Strong inside, blocked. Nice rejection there. Pull-up jumper left side. Follows the shot, saves it, and keeps it alive. Bethany still with the basketball. Strong move inside.
Yeah.
Brennan Burns with 2 more. Big man inside. Gets the basket. Good for 2. He now has 10.
They always say feed the beast when you got the mismatch. And he's eating quite well so far.
Nice layup left side. Good touch on the basketball by David Miller. And now the score 31-28.
Coach Weaver not happy. I mean, the scouting report, hey, it's what we've talked about all night with this Bethany Broncos team. They want to get to the nail. They want to get past the nail, finish at the rim, and when you do get burned on top, if you don't have that help side rotation, whoever's in help, you got to hold that line, take a charge, and it was just the parting of the Red Sea there, and Coach Weaver not happy.
I don't know if you caught Lon Kruger last night when he was wired up. He got after the Sooners pretty good on the sidelines, told them to have some pride and get out there and play harder. He was not happy with the effort that he saw from the Sooners, especially in that first half. So cool to see guys like Trey Young and guys that we've seen, Blake Griffin, of course, go on from the high school ranks in Oklahoma to the collegiate and then on to the NBA. It's something that you don't forget when you see guys like that. Here's a 3 from the outside, off the mark. Bethany back the other way. Burns looked at it, passed it up. There's a shot for 3 from the outside. Caleb Ward with the rebound, tried to get it inside, nothing doing there, got that one turned away. Inside down low.
Yeah, you got to do a better job at digging on that. He pretty much had his way. Had absolutely no weak side dig on that.
5-point advantage now for the Saints. Rubik has 8. Final 45 seconds here in this first half of play. Jordan Flinton out there with David Miller. There's a drive inside, up and good. Nice job there by Miller.
I really like the way Miller plays. Hard, really tough, a lot of energy, very quick.
Scoreless in the first quarter, has 8 in the second quarter. 3-point lead as the final 14 seconds tick down in this first half. They'll play it for 1. Down to 5. 3. 1 second at the buzzer, launches it. It's off the mark and no good. And our first half comes to a close. OCS knocking down threes from the inside and using the big man inside, and they lead it by 3, 33-30 over Bethany. On your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week, we'll take a timeout, come back, take a look at the numbers, and talk more about high school basketball in the great state of Oklahoma. It is game time on Your View. We'll be back.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Go, go, go. Wait! Can you take the kids?
We've got room.
You make it so the morning routine stays routine.
Did you just upload your homework?
We have Wi-Fi, Mom.
That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand.
See you at 4.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Now current Ford owners can get a new Explorer with 0% financing plus up to $4,500 cash back only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Because practice pays off. Because it's better to give than to receive. Because there's no place like home. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money, with innovative services that let you focus on what's most important. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Get into something good, like Brahms Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae. Get into something good. 2 big dips of Brahms Premium Vanilla Ice Cream. Rich and creamy hot fudge. A shower of toasted almonds. Whipped cream and a cherry. Now you've got something good. A Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae. Every day's a Sunday at your neighborhood Brahms. Get into something good.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Want to see a trick?
You make it for those who need an extra hand
Moxie.
and a little heads up.
You okay, bud?
That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Now current Ford owners can get a new Escape with 0% financing plus up to $2,000 cash back only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Oklahoma. It's in our name. We are Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance. We're here when skies are blue and when you need us most. We are where you are, with offices in all 77 counties. From our urban streets to our winding country roads, we've been protecting Oklahoma since 1946, so you can focus on what really matters. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
Welcome back to Oklahoma Christian School. We're at halftime of our boys game in the midst of our doubleheader. First game saw the OCS girls come out on top as they rallied from 16 down to end up winning by 10, 54-34. And here, this one's been close all the way And right now with the halftime intermission, it's OCS, the Saints, on top of Bethany. They lead it by a score of 33-30.
Very entertaining first half, Steve. We saw a barrage of threes. I know I kind of was poking fun saying they were shooting probably 70% beyond the arc, but they did not miss very many shots, knocking down some open looks. Then you flip it on the other side for the Broncos, exactly what we talked about in the pregame. They want to get to the rack. They do a great job running a UMass-style dribble penetration offense, and the more that they can convert on that, combined with the inability of the Saints to be able to stop that penetration to the rim, hey, we're in a tight one. They're going to knock down shots. They're going to make shots on the penetration. It should be a good second half.
OCS made 8 threes in that first half, and they were led in scoring by Jackson Rothwell, who hit 2 threes early, but he had 10 points. Christian G had 3 threes in that second quarter for 9. Alex Rubik has 8 points. And then you've also got 3 points apiece for David Streller and J.T. Bray. Leading the way for Bethany, David Miller has 8 points, Brennan Burns with 6, 3 apiece for Sam Brandt and for Cameron Burns, and then a deuce for Karsten Carey. Halftime, it's OCS on top of Bethany, 33-30 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We'll take a timeout and continue with more.
Because an open road is always calling your name. Because life is sweet. Because every moment counts. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With convenient services that help you maximize the joys in life. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Get into something good, like Brahms Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae.
Get into something good.
2 big dips of Brahms Premium Vanilla Ice Cream. Rich and creamy hot fudge. A shower of toasted almonds. Whipped cream and a cherry. Now you've got something good. A Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae. Every day's a Sunday at your neighborhood Brahms.
Get into something good.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Go, go, go. Wait! Can you take the kids?
We've got room.
You make it so the morning routine stays routine.
Did you just upload your homework?
We have Wi-Fi, Mom.
That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand.
See you at 4.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Now current Ford owners can get a new Explorer with 0% financing plus up to $4,500 cash back only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Because every great accomplishment takes courage. Because one person can't do it all. Because dreams are worth chasing. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With proven services that support all of your endeavors. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
How do you become America's best-selling truck?
Come on, Briggs. Wait for your pitch, kiddo.
You give it best-in-class towing, payload, and with built-in Wi-Fi,
Yes!
the best seats in the house.
That's how it's done.
Just like his grandpa.
Even better.
That's Ford, America's best-selling truck 41 years straight. Now get into a new 2018 Ford F-150 with $4,100 appreciation cash, only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Oklahoma. It's in our name. We are Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance. We're here when skies are blue and when you need us most. We are where you are, with offices in all 77 counties. From our urban streets to our winding country roads, we've been protecting Oklahoma since 1946, so you can focus on what really matters. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
Back live at Oklahoma Christian School, Game 2 of our doubleheader here tonight on Your View, your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We got a good one, 33-30, OCS on top. They jumped out to the early 11-6 lead. Bethany tied it up at 11 apiece, also again at 13 apiece. Scored at the end of the first quarter. OCS was on top 15-13. Bethany scored the first basket in that second quarter, so we were tied once again. So there's been a number of ties. But since then, OCS has remained on top, although it hasn't been by very much. As I look at my notes here, it looks like they had a 5-point lead at one point at 29-24, and again at 31-26 right now on top, leading it by 3.
Should be a very entertaining second half as we had in the first, Steve. We'll see what adjustments are made. Obviously, I think Coach Weaver wants to negate the penetration that Burns and David Miller are really kind of having their own way, creating a little bit of separation on that dribble penetration offense. And then on the other side, Bethany's got to do a better job at coming out and contesting the trays because they were on fire in that first half.
And from a coaching standpoint, you've got the big inside for OCS, but you're also knocking down threes, so it's the best of both worlds for them. And for Bethany, as you mentioned, they're hindered a little bit by their size or lack thereof, but they've just continued to battle and work and get second shot opportunities, and we're just about ready to go here in the second half of play.
Broncos really need to do a good job helping out when the ball goes inside to Rubik. Really need to double from the weak side and do some digging, as coaches like to say. Get in there and mess things up for the big in the paint.
Saints have the basketball as we start the second half of play.
Are they going zone? Yeah, they're going 2-3.
So right out of the box, they decide to show something different. OCS switches to their offense that they feel will best attack this zone by Bethany. Entry pass down low, nice pump fake, shot up no good. Missed the follow attempt, and it's rebounded by the Broncos. Quickly around the perimeter, shot for 3. Off the mark, too long, and OCS back the other way. Driving hard to the basket, kicks it to the wing. 3 ball, short, no good. Tipped off Bethany, out of bounds, OCS basketball.
Let's see if they run something for Rubik inside on this. Can't get it to Rothwell. Yep, backdoor. Screened him, got lost on the back screen.
David Streller with the bucket, and it's a 5-point advantage now for OCS. Just underway, third quarter of action. Try to get the defender off of his feet, out of bounds. It'll still be OCS basketball.
All right, let's see who takes the ball out of bounds for the Broncos. They'd like to run a lot of sense for Burns. If he takes the ball out, Burns is taking it out. Let's see what happens.
Kicked. Still be Bethany inbound possession. Needs to get it in. Finally throws it way out top and gets it to Cameron Burns. Now Brennan Burns outside 3. Everything but go in. Pops out, and the Saints back the other way, leading by 5. In the corner, now back out top. Saints move the ball around the perimeter. Inside, nice pass. Shot too strong, no good. Missed it. Bethany comes away with a miss. Brennan Burns back the other way for the Broncos. Quickly double teamed, lost it, got it right back. And then a whistle and a foul and a holding call or a push against Bethany.
That's 2 times the balls went inside for the Saints to the big man Rubik. Unable to convert and finish around the rim. So far, they've handled the crack on the inside game.
Missed the shot inside, overcompensated. He thought he was going to get more of resistance there from Rubik. Missed the open shot. Still a 5-point lead for the Saints. Shot from the top of the key is off the mark. Both teams coming out a little cold here in the second half. Burns goes inside. He decides to take over himself. Nobody else going to do it. He will. Cameron Burns get the bucket and the N1 opportunity.
That's our first bucket of the second half. You mentioned it, a little cold here to start things off in the third quarter, but the Saints, they've had opportunities in the paint, just haven't been able to convert.
Converts the old-time three-point play, 35-33. Saints lead it by 2. Defense lays off. They'll take the three, miss it. Brennan Burns back the other way. Blows by his defender, but nice defense on the play. Good job by Jake Jennings. He does not give up the easy layup. Broncos will inbound on the baseline.
Did you see what he tried to do there? Initiate the contact. But the Saints did a really good job shutting that down. Instead of going to the rim, he kind of hedged it to the middle and tried to initiate that contact.
This is David Miller with the basketball. He had 8 points in that second quarter. Here's a shot for 3 to give Bethany the lead. He knocks her down. Big bucket there for Cameron Burns.
Let's see how the Saints respond if they're going to try and pound it in the paint once again.
Near steal by Brandt, and it finally is stolen by Cameron Burns. He drives, dumps off, passes to Brennan Burns, who puts it in, good for 2 more.
A little bit of adversity for the first time tonight for the Saints. See how they answer.
Tough shot underneath, whistling a foul.
Rothwell kind of got bailed out on that one, Steve. He was in a bad position when he made the decision to go ahead and take it all the way to the rack and kind of threw something up. Caused some contact, so he'll go to the line for 2.
Rothwell 10 points. Now 11. He had a pair of threes in the first quarter, then 2 conventional buckets in that second quarter play. And now has a free throw to go with it. She tries to draw the Saints back to within 1. 38-37, Bethany on top. Broncos with the basketball. Up top, number 5 is Caleb Ward for Bethany. Brennan Burns splits the defense, drives in, got a little too fancy in the layup, missed it. OCS back the other way. Kick to the corner, deflected out of bounds. Well, they're going to lost out of bounds by Bethany apparently, and OCS.
No, they called an offensive foul.
Oh, okay. Something didn't look right. Broncos with a 1-point advantage, 4:10 left to go in this third quarter. Pace is slowed down a bit. Looks at the 3, takes the 3. In and out, no good. Coming away with the rebound is Jackson Rothwell. Rothwell, nice backdoor pass. Bethany, good defensively. Makes them take a contested shot. Broncos with the basketball back. Shot there is blocked. Turned away by the Saints. They come back, and now they have an opportunity to get the lead back. Outside in, and nice left hand. Good job by Rubik inside.
Yeah, no double team that time from the strong side or the weak side. He just had his way in the paint.
Saints go back on top, 39-38. Miss taken down, lead pass on the wing, drive to the basket, put it up no good, whistling a foul. 2 shots coming up. Or no, another charge.
No, I think they called traveling is what that one was.
Huh. Kind of got the cheerleaders blocking my vantage point there in that far corner.
I think it was a travel.
Broncos with the basketball, trailing by 1, 2:50 to go third quarter. Pull-up jumper, in and out.
Wow. A lot of in and outs for the Broncos here in the third.
Especially at that end throughout the whole night.
Yeah.
Good entry pass, draws the double team, gets the shot off. It's good, it'll count. And the and one opportunity coming up for Jackson Rothwell.
We've talked about it all game long. He is a threat from beyond the arc, but he can do some damage inside the paint too. Something else, Steve, an interesting fact about Jackson Rothwell, when he was in the 7th grade, he was 6'3". 6'3" in the 7th grade. We all thought that he was going to be a monster.
Really?
I mean, he is a tremendous high school player. 6'5" now and can do it all, but missed the free throw.
3-point advantage. Burns inside, puts it up off the glass and good for 2. That's Cameron Burns, who's had a big third quarter. Rubik inside. Tough to stop him inside like that. He's going to draw the foul and go back to the free throw line.
See, the tough thing when the ball goes inside like that, if you help from the guy who is leaving his man in the corner very easily, you know, he's got an open look there, but they are not doing a sufficient job in trying to make things difficult for Mr. Rubik inside the paint.
Misses the first. Rubik has 10 points on the night. Takes the deep breath. Gets the shot to go. Very impressed as he shoots those free throws right hand, the way he uses his left hand inside.
Yeah.
Don't see that all the time from a lot of bigs.
He has some skills.
2-point advantage for OCS. Down to 2 minutes left to go, third quarter. Drive in the paint, shot up, won't fall. Offensive rebound fought for, partially blocked. Good job inside by Rubik. And the Saints look to get it back the other way, leading by 2. Deep corner shot on the way and good for 3. J.T. Bray. 5-point advantage for the Saints. Here's Brandt, and his three is going to be short. Run down by Rubik. Saints across the timeline with the basketball. Driving hard to the basket, putting the shot up is Ethan Hodson. And he's fouled on the play, and he'll go shoot 2.
That's a dose of their own medicine right there, Steve. Penetration, a free walk down the middle past the nail. We'll see if he can make the 2.
Hodson is yet to score, according to my books. Now he's in the books. Free throw is good. Substitution in for OCS. John Donovan checks in. He's going to give Rubik a bit of a respite. And checking in for Bethany, number 4 is Jordan Flinton.
Coach Wilkerson making the move once the big goes out for the Saints. Makes an adjustment. Let's see what they can do without the big in the paint.
Hodson gets both to fall. 7-point advantage now for OCS. Biggest lead of the ball game. On the wing, penetrate, pull up, nice touch on the shot, up and good for Brennan Burns. He's into double figures with 10.
Need a stop here. Get the lead cut down before the end of the quarter. See what you can do in the 4th.
Catch and release, shot no good with 47 seconds left, and Bethany will get the basketball.
Steve, some coaches will say that's a bad shot. You're less than a minute, you've got a 5-point lead, your big's not in there. You know, yes, could you peel a little bit more time off the clock? Absolutely, because Bethany's probably going to go for one shot now.
Broncos with the basketball. Number 34, Karsten Carey back in the lineup. Here's Burns driving in. Shot up, no good. Missed it. Tipped it back in himself. Good for 2.
Could have been a charge there. Thought he had good position, but no call.
3-point lead for the Saints. 20 seconds to go here, third quarter.
Now you're going for 1.
Time ticking down. 10 seconds left. Double team. Cross court. Penetrate, pull it back out. Good job defensively. 3 seconds left. Length of the court. Toss is off the mark, and we have completed 3 quarters of play. OCS on top of Bethany. They lead at 47-44 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Want to see a trick?
You make it for those who need an extra hand.
Moxie.
and a little heads up.
You okay, bud?
That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Now current Ford owners can get a new Escape with 0% financing plus up to $2,000 cash back only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your two favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Because an open road is always calling your name. Because life is sweet. Because every moment counts. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With convenient services that help you maximize the joys in life. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Fourth quarter just underway. 3-ball from Bethany is up and good from the corner. That's Flinton knocking down the 3, and we are all tied at 47. OCS looks to answer back.
Rubik back in the game for the Saints, trying to go to work inside.
Nice job by Bethany to battle back. Game has been pretty close throughout most of the contest.
Biggest lead was 7, I believe.
I think you're right. Loose on the floor, tie basketball, and a timeout taken by OCS as we are just underway here. Fourth and final quarter, all tied at 47 apiece.
Going to be a 30. And that's somewhat a frustrating call because the key to that whole deal is, does he have possession when you call the timeout? There it looked like a scrum on the floor with Mr. Brandt. And they did go ahead and give Coach Weaver a timeout on that. But he's got to have 1 or 2 left is all. He's called quite a few timeouts here tonight so far.
Some out of necessity, obviously.
You know, that last possession of the third quarter, Steve, here's a point that maybe not too many people think about. When you're going up against a specific offense as Bethany runs, in practice you become a lot better at recovering once your topside guys get beat from a defensive standpoint. And they did an outstanding job that last possession of plugging the gap when the Saints tried to do the same thing that Bethany likes to do, and resulted in nothing on that last possession of the third quarter. When you see it a lot, you get better at it.
Yeah. OCS basketball tied at 47, just underway here in the fourth quarter.
Back to the zone. Broncos go back to the zone.
Worked their way back and tied it up. Now OCS looks to make their adjustment offensively as to what they see defensively.
And he is working hard. Great job there by the Broncos.
Good job defensively, and coming away with the loose basketball is David Miller. Bethany with an opportunity to take the lead. Brandt pulls up. His shot won't go down, and Rubik comes up with the loose basketball. Little floater in the lane, thrown up no good. Loose out front. Bethany comes away with the basketball. Attacking the basket, losing it on the way up, but he was fouled on the play.
What an athletic play by Sam Brandt on that. He lost control after he picked it off and just kind of flicked it back to, I believe that was Miller maybe. And Miller ends up trying to get penetration again and gets fouled.
Miller at the free throw line. That free throw there now gives him 9. It also gives Bethany their first lead since it was 36-35.
Yeah, let's see if Bethany sticks with the zone, or are they going to go man-to-man? No, they fall back in the 2-3. Worked last time. Let's see if it works again.
Saints with the basketball. There's the entry pass, but he quickly shoved out of the paint area. Baseline, shot for three from the wing, no good. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Bethany basketball. Probably could have had a foul there on David Streller. Looked like he was over the back, but out of bounds. It'll be Bethany basketball either way.
Steve, this drives me nuts, and I know it drives other coaches nuts. For those kids that have mouthpieces, to take your mouthpiece out while action is still taking place drives me absolutely insane.
It's stylish. It's the thing to do.
No, but you're right in the heat of battle, and you're messing around with your mouthpiece, and somebody just goes and scores on you.
50-47 to the corner. Kick it. Shot to tie it. Off the mark, no good. Bethany comes down with the rebound. They now lead it by 3. Here's a shot from the wing. Air ball, but swooping by to gather in the miss was Caleb Ward. Brandt with a little floater in the lane. That won't go. Tipped out of bounds. It will stay with Bethany. 4:56 to play and a 3-point Bronco lead.
They're really good at that little 12 to 15-foot pull-up once they make penetration in the paint. And, Steve, I really think it's going to come down to who takes care of the basketball, but can the Saints make something happen with the big inside the paint?
Inside, now outside. Brandt can't find the mark, misses that, but an offensive rebound by Brennan Burns, and he's fouled on the play. Let's see if he was in the act of shooting or not. Looks like they're going to inbound on the baseline.
Yep. When the Broncos go on defense, it's going to be interesting to see if they stick with the 2-3 success the last 2 possessions.
Broncos lead it. Up by 3, pull-up jumper. Short, no good, and rebounded inside by Rubik.
Back to the 2-3.
On the wing, nice drive to the basket, up and good. Good strong move by Rothwell.
Give him some space, he will take advantage. 1-point game.
16 now for Rothwell.
Oh, what a move by Burns.
Can't finish. With the basketball here, 23 is John Donovan. Takes the entry pass in the paint, fakes the shot, goes up, misses, and Brandt scores the miss for Bethany. And a timeout taken by the Broncos. 3:56 left to go here. We'll take a timeout, continue our coverage on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Go, go, go. Wait! Can you take the kids?
We've got room.
You make it so the morning routine stays routine.
Did you just upload your homework?
We have Wi-Fi, Mom.
That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand.
See you at 4.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Now current Ford owners can get a new Explorer with 0% financing plus up to $4,500 cash back only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Welcome back, everybody. 50-49. Bethany on top of OCS. 3:56 left to go here in this fourth quarter.
You know what's really cool, Steve, is honestly when it comes into the grand scheme of things, this game means nothing from a standing standpoint. And both of these teams playing extremely hard. I think it's really good for both teams as we get ready for district play, but somebody does not want to lose this game.
Both teams giving it their all. This one has been pretty much nip and tuck throughout. The girls' game saw a wild swing of points as OCS trailed at one time by 16 and ended up winning by 10. Bethany here leading by 1. They have the basketball. Bethany not a lot of size. Make up for it with some good defensive work and good ball movement.
I think they lead the conference. Nice move there.
Cameron Burns with 2 more. He has 13.
Lead the conference in pull-up jumpers, Steve.
I can see that. 3-point lead for the Broncos. Saints look to answer back.
They're sticking to the zone.
There's the runner that's up and no good. Good job keeping the big man off the boards as Miller comes away with a miss.
Did a great job boxing.
Oh, nice pass. Good job. Good finish as Burns gets 2 more. He's come to life here in the second half. 5-point lead for Bethany. 2:47 to play.
The zone has caused some issues.
Driving in, shot up and good. Rothwell, and he's fouled on the play.
Steve, he's been that way ever since I can remember. I remember watching him in the 6th grade and just tenacious when he gets the ball on the inside.
I've got him now for 18 points on the night.
All right, interesting move by Coach Weaver. Rubik taking a seat on the bench. They're going small. Putting a little pressure on now.
54-52, excuse me.
Full court man-to-man. Trap's coming.
Getting it across the timeline, leading by 2, 2.5 minutes to play. Brandt on the wing, shot for 3, no good. Offensive rebound, put back on the way, hits the back of the iron and bounces out. Kept alive.
Wow.
Bethany, no foul called. Will keep the basketball. Burns with a nice move, loses his defender, tries to get inside, and is fouled on the play.
Foul's going to be on Rothwell. I think that's going to be his 3rd.
Rubik is set to check back in for OCS.
It's almost like they might be going offense for defense, defense for offense. With Bethany being so small and very, very quick, that's probably what they're doing.
17 now for Brennan Burns.
2nd-degree burns, man.
I like it. And he gets 2 of 2. 56-52. 2:07 left to play.
Both sophomores, man, they're going to be good next year, too. They have an outstanding freshman big. Oh, nice pick off there.
Good defensive play, forced the turnover. Now with the basketball and a 4-point lead. Minute 50 to go.
Broncos going to show some patience here.
Miller drives, left-hander, puts it up off the glass and good for 2.
Unless you have the parting of the Red Sea, you go up, lay it in, extend the lead to 6.
58-52. Saints need a bucket, and how? Shot for 3.
Huge
They got it.
Shot. Making it a 1-possession game.
G with his 4th 3 of the contest to account for all of his 12 points.
You didn't do it, man. You should have went G for 3. Patience.
Clock moving, minute 5 left to play. Bethany on top by 3. And they're going to say Rothwell was riding him a little too tight.
That might be 4. They don't have a scoreboard that puts up the number of personal fouls in our viewing area.
Going to have to get a rear view mirror for that.
They don't flash it up. That might be 4 on Rothwell, though.
Miller at the free throw line.
Big shot there. Makes it a 2-possession game. Really entertaining game, Steve.
Has been a good one. Misses the second. 59-55. 55 seconds to play.
Don't need a 3 here.
Inside, outside. Back inside. Tough scoop shot up and good.
Wow.
59-57. Bethany nearly lost it along the side.
Got it.
Got it back. Chance to tie or take the lead. Rothwell drives, lays it up. Good for 2. We're tied.
No, they're going to say goaltending. Goaltending.
Wow.
That's a great call. Rubik went up, made contact with the rim, trying to get the tip in, and they called goaltending. Great call by the ref there.
So still a 2-point lead. That would have tied it. 27 seconds left. Bethany first has to get the ball inbounds. They get it to Burns. He turns on his defender. Grab, now foul.
Yeah, they called a travel. That's another good call.
Thought he got grabbed before that happened.
A little bit of contact there, no doubt. Maybe something would have been missed, but that travel, definitely the right call.
Full timeout. We'll take one ourselves. 21 seconds left. 2-point ball game. Bethany on top when we return.
Because practice pays off. Because it's better to give than to receive. Because there's no place like home. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money, with innovative services that let you focus on what's most important. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
We've got a dandy. 21 seconds left. Bethany leading OCS 59-57. And I'd expect to see most anything here in these final, I don't know, it could be one possession, could be a couple of possessions.
We'll see. The decision-making that's going on right now, what do you do if you're Broncos? Do you stay into the 2-3 zone? Do you go man-to-man? The strategy, it looks like they're going to pressure up. Do you go inside if you're the Saints? Try to make something happen with the big man in the paint, or do you let Rothwell take care of business?
Saints with the basketball, down by 2, set play, corner 3 is good. Big bucket there by Streller.
Got to get it up.
60-59, runners up and good the other way. Miller for 2, and a whistle, hold everything.
They called timeout. Wow, what a move.
Yeah, I wish I had instant replay.
Unbelievable, furious action. Did not give it to the big man or Rothwell. A huge 3 from the corner. Bethany maintains their composure, takes it down and hits a little 4-foot floater to take the lead by 1.
$61-60 is the score.
In all the chaos, I didn't even see who hit that floater. I think it was Miller. Was it Miller?
I think Miller hit the floater. Who hit the corner 3?
I believe that was...
Was it Hodson?
No, it was Streller, number 4. I think it was number 4.
Why does the time clock show 5 minutes?
I think that's 5 seconds.
Okay. Guess they put some time back on because I think there was like 1.7 left.
Yeah, he called timeout. Now, 5 seconds, Steve. You can get the ball down and get a shot off, even with a little bit of pressure. That's still plenty of time where you don't have to go desperation. Now, here's the thing. If Bethany puts pressure in the front court, you got to look at getting beat long. That's the last thing you tell your players when you leave the huddle. Do not get beat long. They should have one person at least back. It doesn't matter. 5-on-4. Have somebody back. Do not get beat long.
5 seconds left. OCS with the basketball. They trail by 1 at home. Inbounds pass. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Drive. Shot up. It's good at the buzzer, and they'll win it.
I told you, 5 seconds. Plenty of time. That is a W. Wow, what an entertaining game, Steve.
Right at the buzzer. No time for nothing for Bethany to do.
They are going crazy at OCS.
Big bucket. And OCS is going to get the sweep in dramatic fashion here as they get the victory, 61-60. Who scored the last basket? There's such a melee out in front, and then everybody's jumping and cheering. What a finish here, but in the end, the Saints get it. They gave up the lead basket with just 5 seconds left, and they score it with no time on the clock. Obviously, it was in front of the horn. There was no doubt about that.
Yeah.
It was definitely good, and they win it by a final of 62-61.
We'll find out who made that.
All right, we'll find out who made. Christian G did get the final basket and he is our hero for the night. What a contest, what a finish, what a game here tonight at OCS. We'll take a timeout, recap this wild basketball game. 62-61, Saints win it when we come back.
How do you become America's best-selling truck?
Come on, Briggs. Wait for your pitch, kiddo.
You give it best-in-class towing, payload, and with built-in Wi-Fi,
Yes!
the best seats in the house.
That's how it's done.
Just like his grandpa.
Even better.
That's Ford, America's best-selling truck 41 years straight. Now get into a new 2018 Ford F-150 with $4,100 appreciation cash, only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair, only at Mazio's.
Welcome back, everybody. And what a wild finish here that we saw tonight as Bethany took the lead with 5 seconds left. That's all the time that OCS had to use to execute it. And, Mark, you called it. They executed it to perfection and got the game winner right at the buzzer.
You really want to try and put a little bit of pressure on there. There was some initial resistance, but wow, what a play by Christian G going really almost, what is that, Steve, 50, 60 feet?
Yeah, probably so.
All the way to the rack, put it up and in, and just a super entertaining game tonight. Hey, when I saw this game, I thought, all right, I'm going to circle this one. This is definitely a game that we need to do, and it lived up to everything that I thought it'd be.
Absolutely. Great contest, great girls game that saw Bethany get out to a 16-point lead, only to have OCS come back and win it by 10. 54-44, and then in a nail biter, a buzzer beater, OCS, Christian G gets the basket as the Saints prevail 62-61.
All right, Friday night.
Our
next matchup should be a good one. Our first look at the Ada guard, who a lot of people say one of the best point guard, shooting guard in the state, Mr. Kobe Burgess, going to be on display at Hara High School, with Ada going up against Hara on Friday. Then next Tuesday, a classic 2A, 3A matchup between Washington and Latta. Wow, I don't know if it's going to match up to what we just saw, though, Steve.
Hard to top that, no question about it, as we continue to get you primed for postseason basketball. Happy to bring it to you tonight from Oklahoma Christian School. Thanks to the folks that were so hospitable to us, and, of course, to the coaches and everybody who makes this possible, and the entire crew here on Your View. Your Oklahoma Ford Dealers game of the week one more time. The Saints win it at the buzzer. They beat Bethany 62-61, and the girls also victorious tonight as they beat Bethany by a final of 54-44. For Bobby Rose, for Mark Jeffries, I'm Steve Marshall. We'll see you Friday night, everybody. So long.